Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. So today I wanted to bring you a Katarina Ahri deck recall deck. So if you haven't seen this deck floating around out there yet, the whole idea with this deck is that you're kind of playing like Ahri Cannon, except that instead of playing Cannon, you're playing Katarina to just get the value from her, like either recalling or just in general get the value from the zero cost, Blaze Edge, etc. Because obviously every time she recalls, she's also advancing the level of progress on the Ahri. And if for some reason you have both Ahri and Cannon on the field, both Ahri and Katarina on the field at the same time, then Katarina gets reduced to 3 costs whenever she recalls back into your hand. So you end up being able to rally multiple times, a lot of times if you have both champions. So that's like the ideal combo. This deck, the Ionia part of this deck is gonna play exactly like you remember Ahri Cannon, right? So you're playing triple droplet, triple recall, triple mourn, right? All of these cards, like the droplet and the recall, are there to get you the value, get you all the jaws that you need. Mourn is there to level up your Ahri quickly, as well as pushing damage. Then we're playing triple Ahri, of course. She did get nerfed, so with 2 health, she's a lot more vulnerable to stuff like Mystic, which kind of sucks. But you do have stuff like Twin Discipline and Nullify to try to avoid that. Triple Blade Twirler, because this deck is playing more like the Shurima version of Ahri Cannon, when you're trying to build like a really big Blade Twirler or just have like an Ahri that you can then give a might to just be able to push the lethal damage that you need. Obviously, in this day and age, it's a little bit more vulnerable to quicksand, so just keep that in mind. 2 Nevari Conspirator to just get value from our droplet, right? 1 Nullify to stop those mystics and get excited. 1 Syncopation, because sometimes you might want to be able to swap for like a sneaky lethal. Like if you have a Blade Twirler that's really big, you can swap if you don't have the might. You guys saw how powerful the Syncopation can be if you guys saw our Hacker and Set video a few days ago. 2 Indiscipline, just saves our units. Katarina is actually really, really good in this deck. She can level really easily because you have a lot of protection since you're playing Ionia. And once she levels, because you have all these elusives on the field at any given time, every time you rally with Katarina, it becomes so good, right? So she ends up being pretty good. And the zero cost Blade Edge, and in general, you'll say Blade's Edge in general, can do a lot of value as well. So yeah, really good card. 3 might to combo out with that big Ahri or that big Flavor Twirler. 2 Shadow Assassins just to give us a little more draw and other elusives that we can use. 2 Deny to protect against Vengeance. 3 Homecomings. Just again, this is Ahri Cannon, right? So Homecoming is gonna count for 2. Well, I was saying like this is almost like Ahri Cannon. So the Homecoming kind of counts for 2 towards the Ahri level up, and it can also save some of your units. You can get a lot of value from it if you're able to recall the droplets, since you have a lot of cards that don't mind getting recall. 2 Will of Ionians instead of Concussive Palms, because Will of Ionia is able to reset things like Victor, while Concussive Palm still keeps those pesky Victors out there in the field. It can hit stuff like Vi, etc., while also still counting for the Ahri level up. 1 Go Get It is just there for fun. You can actually do a pretty nice combo with Katarina where, let's say you summon a level up Katarina, right? So you get your rally. You attack with Katarina, and when the opponent commits their blockers, you can do Go Get It on the Katarina to summon an exact copy of it, right? Which means that she will actually rally again, because Katarina is when I'm summoned, rally and create a Flames Blade Edge. So you can do Go Get It on the Katarina that's already attacking. You get another rally, you get a 0 cost Blade Edge, and the Katarina that you just recall gets bounced back, and you get another one that costs 0, because remember, you get a copy that costs 0. So you end up like being able to recall multiple times if you ever get that combo off. Which is crazy fun. And then 2 Sending Thousand Tells just to be able to draw and keep some units alive. So yeah, that's how the deck works. If you're not familiar with Ahri Cannon, how it was in the past, again, this plays very similar, except that it's just Katarina instead of Cannon. And the idea is just to push down the opponent with elusives and just kill them with elusives that way. Really as simple as that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the games coming up soon, and stay for the another video for some mulligan tips. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Mono Shurima. We have a lot of elusives, which can take a lot of which can punish them a lot. I mean, is what I was trying to say. The recall is so good to protect against the Rite of Arcane. Okay, 2 recalls might be a little bit annoying though. How do we do this? Because I probably It's more damage. It's more damage if we do dancing droplets plus mourn, right? We push 3 damage if we do it this way. Opponent could easily get quicksands, and that could be annoying. But we're gonna get a lot of value here from drawing. Yeah, so I didn't want to put the vulnerable on any one of these units, so I'm just gonna summon them right now. We can put it on the next turn, I guess. And it's fine. Once the opponent attacks, we're okay with this. Yep. Like that's what I wanted for. I wanted the opponent to first. I wanted the opponent to first like either attack or pass. That way we can just replay this and get rid of the vulnerable, and call it a day. So here we get to draw, and we get to push another 2 damage. Opponent probably has quicksand in their hand. That's why they're saving the 4 mana. And if they have the quicksand, which one do we recall? So if they have the quicksand, that's the first quicksand. And if they're using quicksand this early, then it makes it even better for our Ahri later on. Okay, so we're just gonna recall the Nabori Conspirator, because that way we just continue to get value from the draw here. So that way we just get the draw value later to be able to continue drawing with the dancing droplet. So that's 1 quicksand down. So the moment that we get Ahri, I think we're going to be in a really good spot. Because Ahri is very close to leveling up. Unravel Earth will be kind of annoying here, but I guess we can eat one up with the dancing droplet. Okay. Guess let's just draw first. Oh, look at that. Okay, we really need our champions. We really, really need our champions. I'm willing to take this whole attack. I don't think our HP matters that much, to be honest. Let's see if we can draw our champion, please. No, okay. Well, we have a pretty big elusive board, regardless, even without our champions. Which is not the end of the world.
Nature does not mourn. I will. Hide for a moment. Run forever.
Okay. Ahri's leveled up now. Opponent goes down to 6. Second quicksand. Second quicksand. Yep. There you go. Are we ever homecoming here? What if we are? But what if we... I feel like keeping these Morns alive is actually very good. Wait. This girl, when she strikes, she recalls. Yeah, let's do it like this. No, but this gives him access to the Rolling Sands again. So it's probably better to recall that guy. It's probably better to recall like this, because this guy's more expensive. Yeah, it's always better to recall like this. This guy costing 3 mana to summon it back and don't give him the Rolling Sand value. We still push 10 damage. We could technically have recalled the Bearing Sands, by the way. Okay, that's completely fine. That's 1d9 down now, right? So that's 1d9 down. We do lose that value there. We can phantom block by recalling, right? And to be able to draw. A Seraph is still 1 away, even after the Perseverance. So I'm not in any problem here. Yep, and the opponent just spent a mana. So either Katarina or Ahri just wins the game here on the spot, because the opponent really committed 2 quicksands. So all we need is one of our champions, and we're gonna be able to draw quite a bit with the droplets phantom blocking. Oh, and there we go. We get the Katarina. So now we get the Katarina, which means that we can just literally just have Katarina attack next turn. Wait, why is the opponent down 2 mana? Oh wait, he did the he actually did the Rider Negation as well with the mana. So the opponent literally spent 2 mana next turn with the Rider Calling and the Rider Negation. I'm confused about that. So we can do it like this. We can recall. I guess we can do the Blade's Edge, to be honest. We can just kill one. Do I want to recall again? Is the question. Do I want to recall again? I don't think we need to recall twice. Can also block damage right here, to be honest. There we go. So we go down to 4. He also levels up on the strike, by the way, because the opponent just gave us the free strike, allowing us to open attack and then attack with Katarina, and then summon Katarina afterwards. Opponent already used 2 quicksand. What are the chances that I have a third one? Very low, right? Yeah, so I didn't want to use the second recall because then it meant that we had no mana to resummon our units, right? So opponent will need to get the third quicksand, right? Opponent will need to get the third quicksand, otherwise they just lose to the rallies right here. So this is already putting him down to 4. We do Katarina. Opponent hasn't leveled up Seraph yet. He actually has the third quicksand. Is this still enough? So let's think about this. So with Katarina, we push another 2. That takes into 6. Another 2 takes into 4. If we do the twin right now, this is dealing 4. So with the twin, we're dealing 4. With the might, we're dealing an additional 5. And that's game. That's all we. Well, I guess we lose to. We will lose. Actually, we won. So this is. So let's do the might. This is 5 right here, right? And then we do 5. We do Katarina, and we keep enough mana for syncopation to protect against a right. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. If he has the right of negation, he does it right now, right? I mean, sorry, the right of arcane. So if opponent had the right of arcane, they had to do it right there at that moment. If they had the right of arcane, now they get punished because now we have syncopation. So now we just win like this. Opponent really committed triple quicksand, so you shouldn't have a way to stop this. And there we go. So the reason I didn't commit the twin is because the might wasn't up and I wanted to have syncopation to be able to protect against... Actually, no, it was the right play, because even if the opponent does have the right of arcane, we can swap the 4-1 with the 1-1. He kills the 1-1, the 4-1 still has 4 attack, and the Katarina gives us the 0 cost blade edge, and that would have been exactly 5 to finish the game. So yeah, we did play around it correctly by not committing the twin and just committing the might. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Pantheon Yuumi. So we have a lot of elusives. And Homecoming is going to be really good versus Pantheon or versus the dragons to reset the net stand. To reset them when they're bigger. My only problem is that I don't have any low value elusives, right? Like the Shadow Assassin is not what we're looking for. We want to look for... If we pass here... I don't think we can pass, but this is going to let the opponent play the Mountain Goat. Okay, well, I'll take my 1 damage. I guess the opponent doesn't have Mountain Goat then, if he's doing it like this. If the opponent's doing it like this, that means that they don't have Mountain Goat. Okay, they get the Mountain Goat now from the top deck, which means that we can block with the Shadow Assassin. And be able to sacrifice the Mountain... I mean... I think this is worth it. I think this is worth it to keep this alive. Oh, wow, okay. If he's going to commit double single combat here, I think I'm okay with that too. He's really scared. I guess, honestly, I guess he was right to be scared of it, because look at our hand. Our hand means that we actually could have killed that. I'm going to do the Katarina right now. This is going to force the opponent to have to heal the Mountain Goat right away. Yep, there you go. And if he's going to do it like this... Okay, well, I'm just going to do the Mourn. I'm just going to do the Mourn and just attack. I guess this gives him the freedom of blocking here, but that will still put the Goat at 1. I think I was better off... I guess actually I was better off... It would have been more damage if we attacked with Katarina, right? Without the Mourn, because the opponent was never going to be able to... Yeah, so we slightly misplayed. We could have kept this back and we could push 5 damage. Instead, we only ended up pushing 4. Homecoming means that if the opponent commits a Zenith Blade, opponent already committed 2 single combats, remember. So if the opponent commits a Zenith Blade, they just lose the game. I'm gonna present the block. You wanna block it, go ahead. I mean, you wanna let it die, go ahead. The best thing is that the opponent knows that if it's just Spell Cascade, it's not gonna... Wow. So he had to literally commit that Sharp Sight right now just so that he wouldn't die. So I just do this and I'm gonna make him reset. So I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna make the mountain go reset. That way we still keep our elusives alive. Opponent just committed a Sharp Sight just to keep their goat alive. So I think we're in a very good position. We can go ahead and attack with both. Play Katarina. That's the second Sharp Sight. So... am I okay letting this one die and then just playing Katarina? And then we still push the damage? Or what if we just do the Might right now? What if we just do the Might right now? Because that's going to keep the Morn alive. This is going to oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. For some reason, I always thought that the Nexus Strike would trigger first, but it's different. Because this is Strike, this is Nexus Strike. So it won't trigger like that. Wow, yeah. So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to bait out the Concerted Strike. Because opponent was keeping exactly 5 mana, which told me that he probably had that. So now without Concerted Strike on the field, opponent already committed 2 single combats, opponent already committed Concerted Strike. It makes it even more likely for us to be able to finish this game. Pantheon is going to level up right here, but we have double Homecoming to deal with Pantheon. And we even get the Blade's Edge every time to get rid of the Spell Shield. So we just do this and call it a day. I don't mind taking the 5 damage here. Like, I don't mind taking this 5 damage, because now we just went through the elusive of Katarina. And the moment that we draw another elusive, the moment that we draw something like Ahri, for example, we can get so much value from recalling this card over and over. Okay, well, that's a little bit annoying. I will say that. I said that we can just recall it now, right? Do we recall it right now, or do we wait until afterwards? I kind of like recalling it right now, to be honest. That way he cannot block with the Mountain Goat. So now we get to recall it. We get our Shadow Assassin back. Opponent, we reset it all over again. We do like this. If opponent doesn't block, they're taking 4 damage. Decides not to block. We don't need to kill this guy. We just commit the... Well, I guess we can kill it. You know what? No, because he can just heal it up with the gem. So let's just push the damage. This damage is gonna be the difference, because we can do Shadow Assassin next turn and still have enough mana for Katarina as well. Yeah, so we have enough to do Shadow Assassin here. Push 2 damage, do Katarina, push another 2 with the Shadow Assassin, and be able to slowly finish up the game like here. Opponent already used double Sharp Sight, already used double single combat, already used 1 Concerted. I'm just trying to count in my head how many other things opponent could have. And I don't think anything that he has is really going to affect me that much. He's going to try to potentially kill Kata here, but again, we still have Nullify, so we're still in a good position. No matter which one he blocks with here, he needs to block first of all. He needs to block, and whichever one he blocks with, he just dies. So there you go. He gets to do this. We Nullify it, and that's Cataclysm down. So 2 single combats, 1 Concerted, 1 Cataclysm. Opponent still loses a unit here, and they have to block, otherwise they just lose the game. And then we just do the same thing. We do Blaze Edge to the face. Opponent's down at 3. Next time we do Katarina. Give us the Blade Edge plus the elusive attack to finish the game. We have Homecoming to stop a Pantheon, even if we get Spell Shield, because we're going to get the Katarina 0 cost Blaze Edge to hit the Spell Shield, right? Here we go. We even draw the Ahri on top of it. And that's game. Yeah, I think opponent got greedy when they committed double single combat early on. I think if you know that I'm playing a deck with Katarina, you needed to keep those single combats to be able to just punish us later on. Even the Concerted, I think, was greedy. But I guess the opponent didn't have Pantheon, so they didn't, ended up not playing it safe. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Teemo Caitlyn. So The good thing is that the Teemo should not be able to have a good attack because we're going to have a lot of elusives, right? The bad thing is Caitlyn, in which case I actually don't mind keeping the recall because the recall will stop the Caitlyn from being able to strike our Nexus, which I think is really important. I'm gonna start here because yeah, if the opponent has this, I don't want my dancing droplet to be the one that gets hit like that. So I don't mind that card going bye-bye, but I definitely didn't want the dancing droplet to be the one going bye-bye. What we can do here is that we can do dancing droplet into the conspirator to be able to draw as well as make this a little bit bigger, right? Yeah. So here we go. So now we're pushing 5 damage and we get Ahri as well. Opponent probably has a Mystic Shot or something like this to deal with this unit. I guess I get excited, could be very good for them. This is such a good thing because we can kill, okay, Piltover Peacemaker. That's very annoying. That's very annoying. That's annoying because a lot of our units only have 1 HP. Like, well, not a lot. I say a lot, but like a Dancing Droplet has 1 HP, right? And losing the Dancing Droplet is a big deal. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do it like this. This protects us against the Flash Bomb, and also means that if we draw, we can potentially draw a Flash Bomb that's gonna hit this instead of hitting our Dancing Droplet, which is very important. Okay. 2, 3, 7. So we have just enough to do Ahri plus deny to deny anything that the opponent might have. Although I probably want to keep the deny for something else. I don't know if the deny is correct to do right here. We might have to do it though. I think this is too much. This is too much damage for us not to do it right now. Like the opponent has to do something here. Yep. What if we don't deny it? What if we just do twin? Or what if we just kill the Caitlyn right here instead? So the twin gets punished by a Mystic Shot. And then we still lose the Ahri. Right? We can deny it, and that stops the Flash Bombs. And we still lose to a Mystic. Because let's do it like this. Let's force the Mystic. Let's force the Mystic out of the opponent. If the opponent has the Mystic, that means the Mystic doesn't go face, right? Okay. It ended up working out. I think that was the best option that we could have done for. We ended up getting another twin anyway, so it ends up being okay. Wow, if we summon the Dancing Droplet, it potentially just dies to the Flash Bomb. Which I think means that it's not correct to summon it. So then we're gonna have to stop. Okay, we're gonna have to stop the Teemo with that will to potentially have a chance. He does know I'm okay with this, right? Like his Puffcat Peddler is more dangerous for us than anything else. So I'm okay doing like this and just killing the Peddler. I think the Peddler is more dangerous than anything else that the opponent has. It's gonna try to damage this. So if we recall right here, it still plants the 2 Flash Bombs and it still kills the Blade Twirler. The only problem is that the Teemo does get to damage us. No, it doesn't. He levels up right now. Okay. Ooh, I wasn't sure if the Teemo was going to be able to level up right here. Another thing that we can do is that we can actually summon the Katarina here to actually kill the Caitlyn. So we can actually kill the Caitlyn right here, and then we can summon the Ahri while also having the 9 backup. And the opponent's going to be forced to block with the Teemo. Now we do have 5 Flash Bombs. The opponent's going to be forced to block with the Teemo. Because otherwise he's taking too much damage here. We can do the Dancing Droplet while also having the 9. And the opponent's going to be in a very tough spot here. Yep. Do we let this go? I think we do. I mean, like, that's completely okay with me. Because this Like that was still gonna make us draw. Like we don't need to like attack with the Ahri. Like this is still lethal right here. And not only that, we get the rally too, by the way. So we get to kill the Teemo, we get the rally, which means that we win. We also messed up, by the way. Katarina always goes to the left. Katarina always goes to the left because she increases this. It ends up not mattering in this match specifically because we end up winning the game anyways. But it's something that we have to keep in mind. That you always want to put the Katarina to the left of the Blade Twirler because she will actually buff up the Blade Twirler. And there you go. Boom. It could have cost us there. It didn't matter in this game, but it could have cost us there. So just keep that in mind when you're playing Katarina and Blade Twirler together, that the Katarina always goes to the left. But there you go. It's awesome too, because Katarina gets reduced cost. So Katarina costs 3 now, which makes it even better anytime that Ahri's leveled up. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against... Ooh, Targon Speak. Targon Speak, Targon Speak. I like the Blade Twirler a lot. Wanna see if I can get my other one drop, like my other. I guess the one drop will be the best. Shadow Assassin doesn't do a ton, but she can draw us into something better. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that last time. I guess we should just push the damage now. She technically pushes more damage now than if we don't do it now. Like, if we do it later, it would have been a little bit worse damage. So I think it's fine. The problem with summoning her is that we lose to a Rabin or an Avalanche. But I think I'm going to summon her right now. We didn't need to. We probably didn't need to, actually. Yeah, we probably didn't need to be honest. We'll do it like this. We're going to have 2 Blade Twirlers on the field. A single Avalanche is not enough to stop us, right? Because we can always recall. So we can recall, which will save the more. Wow, he's just going all in. What if we just Targon Speak this and just call it a day? I guess here's the question. Sorry, I was saying, why don't we Homecoming this and just call it a day? Because opponent can just easily block here. And this is more scary. Because none of the cards that we have really get a lot of value from this. We can always recall the Blade Twirler instead. Is recalling the Blade Twirler makes more sense? Maybe. Maybe it does. Maybe it does make more sense to recall the Blade. I definitely don't want that Targon Speak to stay on the field. Do I have to let it be? Do I have to let it go? Because what if he has... What if he has Feel the Rush? We just lose, no? I guess we can just hope that he hits something bad. Let's do it like this. Let's hope that he just hits something bad. Okay, that's a pretty bad hit. That's a very bad hit. That's a very bad hit because now we can just do this. I guess he gets this back, right? So he gets this back, so it makes no sense to do it now. We have to wait until the opponent commits anything else. If the opponent doesn't commit anything right here, I think we're in a good spot. I like the Shadow Assassin. I like the Shadow Assassin. Yeah. So opponent goes like this, we can go like this, and we can go like this. And also here, right? So we get rid of the Targon Speak, and we get our Blade Twirlers to be like 10/10s. The only problem here is that the opponent could easily have an Avalanche, which would be kind of annoying. So Avalanche would be annoying. Not just Avalanche, but actually the 8 drop. The 8 that stairs. The 8 that stairs just finishes the game for us. Finishes the game for him. If I had a Might, that would have been such a blowout. So now we need to look for the deny. We need to look for the deny. Unfortunately, oh man, imagine if we had the Might last turn. Opponent still doesn't have enough for Field the Rush, but he gets the 0 cost Aurelion Soul. So I have to let this go so that we can potentially summon the Ahri, because we have to be scared, right? We have to be scared of... Wow. Let's do the Ahri right now. We have to be scared of the Avalanche, is what I was trying to say. Oh, that's not it. So now opponent taps out of Avalanche and Rabin, which means that we can go ahead and just do this. Yeah, it means that we can just go ahead and do this, right? Because Ahri's gonna level up. The only downside with Ahri leveling up is that these guys don't get the value. So I actually want to put this one first, just so that this goes like this, and then... Or maybe we just want to put both of them first, to be honest. I think I'm okay doing it like this. I'm okay doing it like this, and making these Blade Twirlers as big as possible. We can also just Charm. We can also just Charm and pull the Aurelion Soul with the Blade Twirler. We could just Charm. That will level up the Ahri right away. No, but that's one less unit that we have. I think we'll do it like this. I think we force the opponent to have... Yeah, like, the opponent needs to block with the Azul anyways, right? So here we force the opponent to we force the opponent to have the freeze. So here we force the opponent to have the freeze, otherwise they lose the game. They could have the Celestial Wonder. They don't have it. That opponent just had a very heavy hand, and we got a little bit lucky there. Celestial Wonder, Harsh Winds, Three Sisters. There was a lot of ways that we would have just lost the game there, so we got a little bit lucky. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Elise, Nuts. So there's two options here. This is either Pirate Aggro, in which case I'm very sad, or it's like a control archetype. What if we're supposed to keep Katarina? Because she's gonna buff up the Fey Blade Twirler. I'm gonna get greedy with the Nullify, because we can potentially stop a Fervor. And if this is the control deck, it can also stop at like a Battle Feast or something, right? This is so greedy. Please don't be aggro. Well, I guess if it is aggro, we have a blocker. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, if it's aggro, we're just gonna block like this. So now we just need to protect our health, right? Because I think slowly we're gonna grind them down because of the Katarina value. And because we have denies as well. So we had deny for the decimates, right? Stuff like that. So I think we do this. Unfortunately, not really great, right? Into anything that the opponent has. And we can now summon Katarina without losing the value from the Blade's Edge. I guess I have to do this. I like doing this instead. We can still block the Grenadier, right? So we only take... I guess we take 4 because of the Grenadier's ability. We take 4 because of the Grenadier's ability. Losing the Wonder Blaster did end up hurting us a lot, huh? Double Katarina. It's not bad at all. Actually, this is not bad at all. Because what we can do here is that we can set up the Blaze Edge by killing the Harbor. Right? So we can kill that Arachnoid Harbor by doing the Blaze Edge. I'm going to do it right now. So I'm going to bait the opponent into thinking that he doesn't have to worry about any... I'm going to bait the opponent into thinking like, oh, I don't have to worry about, you know, anything else, right? Like, I can play all my 1 health units, and then they're going to get punished. Okay, well, he doesn't have any 1 health units, I guess. So how do we do this then? Death Lotus, and having Nullify backup. And we're going to have to sacrifice Katarina. So, Blade... guess we don't have to sacrifice Katarina. We can just recall her. We can recall her so that she doesn't get sacrificed. Let's pass. Let's pass, and then, like I said, we'll just do the Katarina's Blaze Edge, I guess. And just recall her. So the reason that we need to recall her is because we need her to stay alive. We need her to stay alive. So we need to recall her so that she can stay alive. Because the Blaze Edge from Katarina's are going to be the way that we end up being able to come back. Because a Blaze Edge, for example, will be able to kill his 1 health units now, right? We can do like this, do Katarina, we're able to kill the Skittler, attack with Katarina, get this to 3 attack, right? So we can do it like this, and now Katarina is gonna be leveled up, which means that we can go ahead and so Katarina is gonna be leveled up, which means that we can go ahead and continue getting the one mana Blaze Edge, which are gonna be very helpful for us. The only problem is that losing Katarina means that we lose a blocker, right? That's the only problem against Katarina, and why against Aggro it can be really tough. This is gonna be really, really close. This is gonna be really, really close. Yeah, because look, opponent doesn't even need to block, to be honest. Like, opponent doesn't even need to block. What if it's actually a bait? What if we actually are not supposed to attack with Katarina? What if we're supposed to block? Yeah, what if we're not supposed to attack with her? Because the opponent's very wide, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait for Katarina to be able to, because she can, like, she's gonna recall on the strike. Even if as long as she survives, she gets to recall on the strike, right? So as long as she survives, we're in a decent spot. The opponent is saying GG, which I don't understand why. Because we're literally able to keep her alive, right? So we have 2 things that we can do here. We can Will of Ionia and keep the Katarina alive. We have to... We could also just Homecoming instead. So Homecoming means that we keep our Blaze Twirler alive. Next turn we have the Blaze Edge to kill the Grenadier. Opponent's gonna try to do a Fervor. We do the Nullify. Opponent's gonna need to have the second Fervor. We know he has 2 units in his hand because he got 2 units from Shadows, from the Stalking Shadows. So Katarina levels up here, which will allow us to slowly kill the rest of his board. The only problem is that Katarina gets recall, right? So literally we're gonna have to, like, summon Katarina, get a Blaze Edge, kill the Grenadier. That takes us to 5. Opponent got Doom Beast from... Oh man, opponent got Doom Beast from the Stalking Shadows. So opponent's still gonna be able to just kill us. Oh yeah, we lost. Yeah, so we lose unless we draw deny now, right? Because opponent has a second Doom Beast that they're gonna just play. We tried. Man, we tried. We tried so hard, but it wasn't enough. Yeah. Yeah, that's game. They got exactly what they needed, because they got the Doom Beast, right? So they got the Doom Beast from the Stalking Shadows. I guess it could technically be the Demolitionist. Pretty sure it was the Doom Beast, though. Yeah, there you go. So now it's game. We got close, right? 1 more HP and we maybe have a chance. Because we still have Will of Ionia next turn to recall his attackers, right? So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Mono Shurima. Unfortunately for the opponent, we are playing elusives. So I think opponent is going to have a pretty hard time dealing with Mono Shurima. I like the Nullify to stop the right of Arcane. Unfortunately, we don't have anything really good to recall with Ahri. Good thing is that we do have the attack token on 2, which means that we don't get tagged by the Rock Hopper, which is very good. while still being able to push the 2 damage with the Ahri, which is pretty nice. And there we go. We get the Dancing Droplet, so next turn we're going to have something that we can recall with Ahri while also having Amplify to be able to stop the Rite of Arcane. Now, the opponent will have access to Quicksands, which are kind of annoying, but at least Twin will allow me to save one of my units, which is pretty good. Opponent decides to go Perseverance instead, so that means I guess they have a pretty heavy hand. If opponent doesn't summon another unit here, we can literally just blow them out. Wow. I think opponent gets blown out next turn. I guess I need to be careful, right? Maybe I need to be careful about a 1-drop. If they had a 1-drop, they would have played it, right? Or are we getting beta here? I think I cannot take that risk. I think the Dancing Droplet is too valuable for us to lose if the opponent has a 1-drop. So I think we're gonna do it like this, and we're gonna do it now. The only problem with this is that the opponent's Seraph is pretty high. It's pretty close to leveling up, right? Yeah, so the opponent's unit is pretty close to leveling up, which is very annoying. The only reason we play this card, by the way, is it can combo out pretty nicely with Katarina. So it's pretty cool, right? I don't mind if the opponent blocks this. Okay, so he does do the Quicksand, right? So he does the Quicksand, but he decides to do it this way, which means that we can still twin. We can still twin to save it and then just put the 1 damage. Like this is still enough. And that all that's gonna do is put 1 damage on the Ahri. So we still get the recall here. While also still getting the Ahri, was also still being able to attack, right? Sorry, but while still being able to get the draw. This is gonna get bigger and bigger, and we got the Might, and that's the first Quicksand out of the way. So that's 1 Quicksand down. This is gonna be a game of however many Quicksand the opponent has. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do this right now. This is gonna turbo level the Ahri. Yes, it gives him access to be able to draw another champion, but opponent probably doesn't want to do that card too many times, right? And this is continuing to get bigger and bigger, which means that next turn, literally the Might will be enough to just kill him. So opponent will need to commit the second Quicksand. This is 2, this is 3, so that's gonna be a total. It's gonna be a total of 5. We have 8 mana, so we can do this plus summon another. I think we're gonna do it that way. I think I'm gonna grid it out. So we have just enough mana to stop the Rite of Arcane with the Nullify. Opponent doesn't really have any landmarks, anyways, right? So we can go like this, and now opponent needs to have another Quicksand. Otherwise, they just lose the game. Oh no! So this is just game then, right? This is just game right here because we just put Might. Oh no. Oh wow. So yes. Yeah, this is 15. That's a game. Wow. Yeah, I feel bad, right? The opponent had a pretty bad matchup. They're gonna lose this badly to an aggressive deck like us, which was more like an aggro deck, right? More than anything. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Field the Rush. I think this is going to be very bad for us unless we get denies. We do run 2 denies. Wow. The Katarina rally is huge. The Katarina rally is huge. I wonder if the Ahri is too risky. I'm gonna kick the Ahri back. I think the Ahri is too risky. I think Katarina is the way that we win this game. Double deny is pretty good. We have to just be careful. We have to just be careful that we don't summon the Katarina unless we can protect her. So we can summon her on turn 4 while having mana for deny. She would never lose. She would never die to I'm gonna do the Shadow Assassin right now. I think it's fine. Okay, yeah, because I don't want to give him that pass, right? Here we have the deny for the Vengeance or the Avalanche, and then opponent won't have a way to kill this Katarina. So now we have the Katarina in the field, which is going to be able to rally every turn. Rally every turn. So now the opponent needs to be worried that at any turn we can just rally and win the game. Not Katarina doesn't even die to an avalanche anymore. So like, sure. Yeah, sure, you get to heal, you get to kill our Shadow Assassin. But then what? I guess the opponent probably has Trundle right here. Do we just threaten this kill? Or do we just go like, I think we just open attack next turn, right? Because we can do Droplet, Ahri, Conspirator this turn. It means that we take the 4 from the Trundle. But then we can literally just open attack with Ahri plus Conspirator, push 4 damage. But I guess we're gonna just be recalling this, which doesn't feel that great. We can recall the Shadow Assassin, but that gets punished by a couple things as well. We can go ahead and just do Katarina right now, while having the might to be able to just kill the Trundle, right? No, I like the Ahri. I like the Ahri play. We'll go like this. We'll take the 4. We're gonna bounce this back. We're gonna do the Ahri. We're gonna open with the Dancing Droplet to get full value. Yeah, the Battle Feast, I guess it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world for me. So opponent's looking to kill us with another Battle Feast. I said that we can just recall. I guess opponent could also have Whale, but again, they get punished by Deny. We have enough mana to do Deny plus Katarina. So we have enough mana to do Deny plus Katarina. Yep, so there you go. So we can deny this. So we deny this. We still get the value. Katarina goes down on the field. Which means that we get another rally. We'll go ahead and just kill that spider to get rid of a blocker. And now we push all this damage here. Cool. And then again, opponent's down to 7. We still have one more rally to go. Opponent doesn't even have Trundle leveled up just yet. 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we are going to burn a card, unfortunately. We drew a little bit too much. Ahri levels up on the next turn as well, on the next Katarina attack. Or we can just level up the Ahri right now, to be honest. Or we can let this Ahri go too. Because opponent needs to always be careful about the Katarina, right? So opponent needs to always be careful of the Katarina, and that's why they're really scared of right now. Now, if they tap out of any mana, the Katarina rally just finishes the game. Wow. Yeah, this is a pretty bad spot for the opponent. He obviously doesn't have another Battle Feast, because if they had another Battle Feast, they would have used the last turn to just kill the Ahri, which puts us in a really good spot. Ahri just levels up right here by just us doing the Dancing Droplet. Sure. We can just do the Conspirator. This will level up the Ahri and still give us the mana to do the Katarina rally, meaning that the opponent can never tap out of anything. Also still gives us mana to deny. I guess the Ice Pillar is kind of annoying next turn though, to be honest. Does leveling up Ahri here make sense? I think it does. It plays around a second Whale. So the only way that the opponent can kill the Ahri is going to be like Avalanche, right? Or Rabin. I just want to have enough mana next turn that I can have Deny as a backup to protect against anything and just win through the Katarina, right? Oh my god, the twin is huge too. That twin is huge. 3, 6. No, not only that, by the way, but the Katarina, every time she gets recall, she's gonna be reduced cost. This is game. Opponent was waiting for us to do the rally, and we just never do it. So like, opponent was so focused on us doing the rally time after time again that they just end up losing the game here. Like, this is a sack lethal. My only concern here is that we actually end up burning cards. But because we have the twins, like opponent needs to do something here, first of all, right? Opponent does the vengeance. We do the deny. And this is still presenting lethal. Yeah, there you go. And that's game. Maybe we should, honestly, we should have let that go through and we should have just done the Katarina, right? Like, we should have just let that go through and done the Katarina. But with 5 mana, opponent had nothing to stop us there. So yeah, and we got back to 100 LP. In the past couple of days, I lost all my LP during our stream because we were playing a bunch of viewer decks. So it's glad to be slowly climbing up using this deck all the way back to 100. So yeah, GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed those games. Really fun with this deck. We got to climb a little bit with it, which is always good. Which makes me think that there is some potential here. I think there is some potential on this archetype. So it's worth exploring a little bit more. I don't know if this is the most optimized list. I saw there was another list running around on Twitter a few days ago as well. So, you know, who knows which list ends up being the most optimized to kind of make this deck make a lot more sense. In terms of mulligan, definitely like keeping at least 1 dancing droplet. The Mourn is not bad to keep either because you can just do a lot of damage with her really early. If I have a droplet, I don't mind keeping a recall if I know that the opponent has ways to remove my droplet, because it's a really easy way to just save our droplet against like a Mystic or a Bile Feast while still getting a draw on top of it. So it ends up kind of like replacing itself. So usually I will only keep the recall if I have a dancing droplet in my hand already. So yeah, droplet, Mourn, Conspirator is fine if you have a droplet. Flayblade Twirler is fine. It's good to keep if you have a Mourn already. And then Ahri as well if you're able to protect her either with Twin or Nullify. I probably wouldn't keep Katarina that early. You probably just want to draw into her because 2 Katarina can be a little bit awkward sometimes, and Katarina's value really comes more later on in the game. So that's kind of how I feel from playing with this deck. I don't mind keeping Deny against stuff like Field of Rush, as you saw us in the game today, because it can be so impactful. The rest is really going to be matchup dependent, so you know, just play by ear. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the games today. I had a lot of fun with this deck. I hope you do too when you try it. If you like the video, please be sure to like it below. You can also subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. And you can also find us at Twitch at Sirturmund, where we stream 3 to 4 times a week. You can also find us on Twitter and Discord. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.